Hi, good morning. It's Christy James, and I'm fixing to do my leading video. This is with the staff that's in my classroom, and we have a huge agenda this morning. Most of it's on a BIP that we have with a student, making sure that the ladies are getting things ready for students in the morning before the students arrive. So that's the main thing. Other areas, we're talking about IEP goals, our kids working out in the community, and other areas that we're working on are just details of like our candle company, our oh gosh, there's so much. I'm having a hard time thinking about it. Mainly is making sure that we're documenting our IEP goals in the appropriate way. So that's pretty much what we cover, since we send those home to parents every 9 weeks. And since by federal law, since we teach special education, that we've got to be able to get these students IEPs covered within the 9 weeks, or our ultimate goal is to have them mastered. Also is to talk, what we want to talk about this morning is our fall calendar. We want to brainstorm some ideas about what we're going to do for our community out trips, which is very important since we have students that are in wheelchairs. We want to make sure that, we go to a facility or an out, wherever we're going to go is wheelchair accessible, because we have been to some places in the past that hasn't been very good. I mean, we've hit curbs and different things like that. So other areas that we're going to talk about is we do bill to Medicaid, and our job duties about who does attendance, who does our Medicaid billing on the computers. Let me look what else. Oh, another thing that we do in the classroom that we need to review is tube feeding. We have students that are tube fed, and I want to make sure the nurse comes in and checks us off on that, and I want to make sure that we are doing that right, since I think we have 3 students that are tube fed here in the classroom. Other areas to cover are how our year has started, going forward until the Christmas holidays, what activities we're going to be doing. I'm going to be out in quite a few ARDs, so I have to make sure that the staff knows what the students are supposed to be working on whenever I'm out in ARDs. So that's very, very important. Another thing that I wanted to talk about with the ladies is getting our students on the bus. We've had some issues in the past where we want to make sure that students are ready on time. They've been to the bathroom before they get on the bus. They've got their backpacks. Just some general classroom management that we wanted to cover this morning. Other areas that we're probably going to be covering are jobs out in the community is our biggest issue right now, is getting students out on the jobs, since they do work out in the community, making sure they have those job skills to transition when they leave our school district. So, they can go over into our Navarro program, which is outstanding. And we also have another nonprofit organization that's going to be called Bridges Training Program, that they're going to be able to work out in the community and continue those job skills. So that's why it's so important that we get those kids out, the higher functioning students out in the community working. Another thing is my paraprofessionals dealing with parents. That's just another area I want to cover, making sure that I'm kept up to date. If they write notes in the folders and just different things like that. I want to make sure that, I'm not missing anything as far as communication with the parents, because that can lead to other issues as communication can get mixed up. So that's another area that we're going to be visiting about this morning. So we're about to get started. Thanks.